Eat, sleep, game, repeat for anybody who wanted to know that. That's what it says. What's up, everybody? This is Supreme King back with another video. How you guys doing today? I just wanted to just give you a nice little story time video. I think there's a slow news week, but the purpose of YouTube is for you guys to sort of get to know me, so I'll put a couple things out there, right? So this is just a quick video about how I actually got the PS5 and the Series X like relatively early. Like I think it was like 2 weeks after it launched. This was back when it was white hot. Like when they were like going for like 1,000 plus on eBay and all of that, and there was all the scalping and all of that. But basically, before I bought the systems, I told myself I wasn't going to buy neither one until halfway into the generation. Literally, I was very content or very satisfied with the PS4. I had a PS4 Slim, I still got it, and Nintendo Switch. And those were pretty much my primary consoles for the most part. I basically was cool with it. I thought I had plenty of games to play. I was more of a casual gamer. I still kind of am technically, but I'm slightly more hardcore now. I'm paying attention to everybody and all the channels and everything, and I'm playing a lot more now. But at one point I was the person who literally only played GTA. I was one of those. But shout out to Last of Us 1. Like I played Last of Us 1 and was like, all right, I gotta go play every single player game now. Right. But basically the way I got the PS5 and the Series X was actually back on a Sunday before Black Friday in 2020. And it was like super early in the morning. I want to say like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, right? And I want to give a special shout out to a YouTube channel by the name of FANTAVISION. FANTAVISION did a live stream. I don't know if he got tipped off or a few other people got tipped off, but basically the rumor was they were going to just drop systems online on Best Buy's website, right? Like I basically buy games on Black Friday a lot more than throughout the year. I buy a bulk load of them, just DVDs everywhere, right? Or you know what I mean? Like I buy a bunch of them, right? And basically I was going to just buy a few games that year, and that was it. Because I felt like the year before, I bought so many games on the PS4. It was crazy how many of them that I bought. It was like stacks of them. I didn't get around to all of them because I was still technically a little casual, and I didn't have that much time in my schedule to play everything. But I bought like so many games, like so many of their exclusives, so many of the third parties that were like big AAA games, some of the little games. I basically felt content with it, but what happened was I got up really early to do my Best Buy purchase for just games only. And I just wanted to make sure that I got everything that I want when I knew their prices dropped. And I figured they were going to drop like right there that Sunday at the start of what they call like Black Friday week or Black Week or whatever. And so I literally bought like 4 or 5 games and then that was it. But I woke up at like 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning on a Sunday. I totally didn't need to do that. I mean, all the games were pretty much available leading up to Black Friday, but I still just wanted to do it early. And when I did it, I opened up YouTube in a tab just to have something in the background. For whatever reason, I did that on a computer. And when I opened up YouTube, I was subscribed. I'm still subscribed to FANTAVISION. Basically, like it let me know he was live. And I'm like, what does this dude live at like 3 in the morning for, right? And so I clicked on him. He had just started his live. Like I had just caught him. He was only on there for like maybe 5 minutes or whatever. And a bunch of people was getting in his live and they were just like, yo, you know, they're hearing that the PS5 is about to drop right now. And I'm just like, really at 3 in the morning or something like. And this was during a time where the systems were white hot, and they're still a little bit hot where you can't really get them that quickly. Sometimes you get on there and you have them in the cart or whatever, and literally the game or the system will be not in your cart in a matter of like a millisecond, right? Like you just put it in there, you're trying to pay for it, it's gone, right? During this time frame, with the systems being that hot or whatever, like it was almost impossible to get one. It was literally impossible. But Best Buy decided to shadow drop the PS5 and the Series X. Fantavision, I don't even know how he knew, but maybe he had somebody who told him something. But I think the story was the managers, like the GMs, the general managers of like all the Best Buys knew, and they weren't supposed to say nothing. I think that's what the story was. But you know how that goes. Somebody's going to open their mouth. It's going to trickle down to people as they're going to tell other people. Before you know it, it's everywhere, right? And so I guess people knew, but the scalpers didn't know. The bots didn't know, which was so crazy because, I made my purchases and I had his stream up for a second. And I'm listening to it. I'm just like, and they're just kind of goofing around in the stream. Like, we don't know if it's going to drop or whatever. I was getting ready to just go back to sleep. Like, I had made my purchases and I was done with it. But I left the stream on. Like, I didn't turn the computer off. And I just turned the volume down or whatever. And I was just like, all right, I'm gonna go to sleep. And I'll sort of listen to them, but I'm just going to go to sleep for the most part. And if something happens, I'm pretty sure they'll make a commotion or whatever because I'll be able to hear it and I'll get up and I'll look. And I swear I was only laid down for no more than maybe 10, 15 minutes. Where he's like, before he was just like, yo, it's live, guys, it's live, it's live, it's live. And I was like, what? And so I hop up and I come back to the computer and I look, and lo and behold, the PS5 had the add to cart button, the yellow button on Best Buy's website. And that's like, at that moment, it was like that button was always grayed out. No matter how many times you went there, it will say sold out. You never see it. But it literally was just there. And you know what was funny? There was no bots on it at all. I was literally able to just secure it. But what was crazy was, believe it or not, I hesitated. I really didn't want to buy it at first, as crazy as that sound, because I was still in the mindset. I was just like, there's no point in getting this right now. It's too early. It's not that many games yet. And I'm not going to buy that many games yet. And I literally stared at the PS5's add to cart button for like 15, 20 minutes. I kid you not. While listening to Fantavision in the background on another tab, listening to everybody. It had to have been like 5,000 people on that live stream at the time. And I think when I looked back at the stream, like the next couple of days, it jumped up to like something like 50,000 because I think everybody found out. But like right then and there, it seemed like almost everybody was getting one. It was like a crazy situation. And I was just like contemplating. I was like, do I really want to get it? And I was like, you know what? This thing is way too white hot. I can't take this for granted. And so I added it to cart. It did something like please wait thing. And then it was just like, okay, it's in your cart. I'm in the cart. And let me tell you, I wasn't doing all this like fast. I wasn't doing nothing. I was just typing like a regular person because it was literally just like there. And there were no bots. And so many people were getting it from his stream. And I basically put all my information in there and confirmed, and then I was able to buy it. And it was crazy because in the moment I was just like, is this even real? Like I'm still like half sleep. It's like 3:30ish, 4 in the morning. And so many people were just going crazy in Fantavision's chat, and that stream was crazy. It was just a crazy moment because there were no bots. Like imagine like they had a drop online everybody was able to get it. Now this was November 2020. Everybody was able to get it that night. And I remember like sending the link, inboxing people like little screenshots showing them that I was able to secure the PS5 and inboxing them the link, and everybody was asleep. Like I sent it to so many people and they were all asleep, right? And then, you know, I think FANTAVISION was asking like how many people got it. Like, let me know in the chat you got it. So I wrote in the chat I got it. So many people wrote that they got it. It was a crazy moment, right? And then afterwards, like I think he ended his stream because it was mainly about the PS5, and it was up for like over an hour. Like it was just up, and I was just staring at it. Like I technically could have bought another one, but I didn't. I probably now I think about it, it's like I probably should have bought another one. Probably should have bought like a whole bunch of them. Did what everybody else did, but no, like I was looking at it and it was just there. Like that add to cart button was such a crazy button to see at the time because you don't normally see it that much. Like no matter how many times somebody goes to that website and they refresh it and refresh it, you don't normally see it. And so when FANTAVISION like stopped his stream, somebody like he didn't end it, it was still technically going, and somebody went in there and wrote, yo, they just put up the Series X, I just got one. And I saw that. And so I went back to Best Buy and went to the Series X page, and lo and behold, it was the same thing. It was just like add to cart. It just said it right there, add to cart. And I'm looking at it like, whoa. Like, because I got up at this time, I'm able to get both systems in 2020 online, and I didn't have to fight no bots. It was crazy. I hit add to cart. I went through the same thing. It was like a little please wait thing, a little buffer thing, and then it was just like boom. And then I got the Series X as well, and I was just like, it was such a surreal moment because I was just like, there's no way I just secured both of these while they're like stupid white hot right now, and everybody's like going back and forth. Should I buy them from a scalper? Should I just wait? And they're fighting with the internet and the bots, and it's like as soon as they are available, they're like gone immediately. You can't get past all these questionnaires and stuff, and everybody was going through that, and I didn't have to go through any of that. I just literally got them. I like literally just got them, and that was it. And I remember going to pick them up. It was like that's when it became real. It was when I had to go pick them up from Best Buy later on, and they were bringing them out to our cars and stuff. And you could see it was so many other people who was there that was like salty. They were like extra salty. It reminded me of like when the Lion King Lions was like walking by, and you see the hyenas like mad. Like that's how it looked. Like that's how it looked. It was like people were so salty that some of us were able to get it and they weren't able to get it. And then I saw her put like the PS5 box was so much bigger than the Series X box, right? So she put the PS5 box in my trunk first, and then I closed it, and then she went and got the other one, and she, you know, the Best Buy worker, she put it in the trunk as well. And then it was so funny because I'm like, this is like on Black Friday when I went to go pick this up, and I knew it was going to be like a lot of people out there anyway trying to get systems, and they told everybody who was out there camping and stuff that they didn't have any systems, and then proceeded to bring out all the systems from everybody who paid for them online, and everybody else is looking at us salty, and I'm just like, oh my God, I don't want to get chunked. I'm out here, you know, still was ready to go, but I got the systems in my trunk, and I remember driving back, like literally looking through the rearview mirror and stuff, and trying to make sure nobody was following me, and nobody was following me. But it was just like, you know, you got the hottest product in the world right now in your trunk, and you just driving home at like 5 a.m. on Black Friday, right? It's like you're trying to make sure ain't nobody following you, but nobody was able to follow me, and I got them home. I opened them up. That's when it became real. That's when it set in. Like, yo, I got both of the hottest systems when they first came out, and nothing was wrong with them. Like I know with other people, it was like there was this whole thing about like whether or not there was smoke going through the Series X or the PS5 having graphical glitches and the systems like bricking if you put them in rest mode and stuff. I didn't had none of those problems. Like none of. Now I'll be transparent. I didn't put it in rest mode at all. I like never did it. Right. I think I may have accidentally done it once, but there's really no need to. Like those games download so fast on those systems now. But like it was such a crazy moment. Yeah, shout out to Fantavision. If he didn't do that stream, I would have never known. I don't know if I would have got him. Like I was really in the mindset I don't want to get him right away. I mean, the games that came out are still cool so far, but overall, it's not that much of a variety that's out that's next gen only, you know. And we kind of know that as much as we go on and you see all the console war stuff. It's like you kind of know there's not going to be that many next gen only games until you get to the halfway point, and then when you get to the halfway point, you look back and you see like, okay, now a system has a variety of games or whatever, right? But yeah, I went against my grain and just got them right away, and I didn't have to fight with the internet. And what was so funny was that like everybody that I sent that link to, they woke up like hours late, salty. They couldn't believe it because so many people was trying to get it, and I was just like, yeah, man, if y'all was up, if y'all was awake, y'all would have got it. But they weren't awake. It was like nobody was awake. They all saw it later and it didn't matter. But what was crazy too, I remember all the websites started to report on it that Best Buy shadow dropped. And next thing you know, everybody was like setting up this software to like constantly refresh the pages and stuff. And they're like watching it. Like there was YouTube channels I saw that were just live streaming themselves sit there at the checkout screens and stuff 24/7, basically waiting for the page it was constantly refreshing. And I'm like, man, y'all don't got anything else y'all gotta do? It's like, man. But yeah, that was a thing, and so many people were trying to get these systems, and it was like, yo, I'm one of the few that got both in the launch window of 2020. And so it was a crazy experience. I was happy I got them. I'm not regretting the decision to get them both, even though I don't got like all the exclusives or whatever that came out so far or played everything yet. That's like next gen only, but I'm still enjoying the systems for what they are. I think a lot of people was getting the systems now, but back then, man, November 2020 is like, and those things white hot. Some of you remember like the scalper situation. It's still technically like that, and then the whole chip shortage thing. But a lot of people are able to get their hands on systems now if they really, really want to. But November 2020, man, no, not really. Yeah, I think that's it for this video. I just wanted to just tell you how I got the systems. And other than that, shout out to Fantavision again. I don't got a Fanta to close this video with, but Rocket Launcher podcast every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Just check that out. Other than that, I'll catch you on the next one, and have a fantastic day. See you.